You mentioned men leading their families. Why do you think there are so many men who don't want to lead their families?
Well, this all started back under the attack on the nuclear family, which is under attack in this country. And if you remember, I don't know, probably 10 years ago, it was the toxic masculinity. And that's what they first started stripping down. They started stripping that down and made it toxic to be masculine and made it toxic to want to be a provider and a protector of your family. And so then when they stripped that down, now they can go into, well, men can be women, because if there's no difference, why can't men be women and women be men? So we all talk about this transgender issue right now. In my opinion, it all started originally with the attack on quote unquote toxic masculinity. But that's what it comes down to.
Do you think that men have masculinity modeled to them in a way that they can then recreate later? Because I almost wonder if that's some of the issue.
Well, I mean, it is part of the issue. Once again, the nuclear family's been under attack for decades in this family. So there's a lot of young men, especially growing up without any sort of male role model in their life, whether that's a father, a grandfather, an uncle, or a coach of some sort. They don't have that. And there's a lot of studies that's been showing too, when you put a male educator in like an elementary school, how much it really impacts the young boys in that environment, because you don't see that very often, especially the ones who don't have a male role model at home. And so I think that once again, we got to get back to, there's nothing toxic about wanting to look. We have a generation and a society full of weak men right now. That's what a lot of this culture stuff in our world is as a result of weak men. Because our grandparents' generation, who were strong men, they would never stand by and allow this attack on our women. Do you think my grandparents' generation would stand by and allow men to go change with their daughters in school and participate against them in sports? There's no way that they would allow this to happen. We have a society full of weak men.
I completely agree. And weak men make hard times.
Yep.